Most people think stress begins when something bad happens, but often, stress starts much earlier. It begins when nothing has happened yet, but your mind is already preparing for disaster. That meeting next week, the conversation tomorrow, a message you still need to send, a possible financial problem, a health symptom that might mean nothing. Before reality even makes a move, your brain has already built 10 different scenarios, and most of them are negative. This is one of the least noticed mental habits in our daily lives. Your brain often creates emotional consequences before any objective facts exist. And once that happens, your body reacts as if the threat were already real. Your heart rate changes, your muscles tighten, your attention narrows, sleep becomes lighter. The future hasn't arrived, but your nervous system is behaving as if it has. Why does it do this? Because the brain isn't just designed to react, it's designed to predict. Prediction is one of its core survival functions. Long before modern life, this is what helped humans stay alive. If the brain detected possible danger early, the body could prepare faster. The problem is that modern threats are rarely immediate. They're abstract. Social judgment, failure, loss of control, embarrassment, rejection. And these abstract threats give our predictive minds unlimited space to roam. A wild animal presents one clear danger. A future uncertainty gives your mind endless material to work with. That's why anticipation often hurts more than reality. Because reality eventually becomes concrete, but anticipation has no limits. Your mind fills the empty space with possibilities. And because the brain has a negativity bias, it rarely fills that space with neutral outcomes. It usually asks, what if this goes wrong? What if I fail? What if something happens that I can't fix? And then the brain does something subtle. It treats possibility as probability. A thought appears. Then it begins to feel likely. Soon, it starts to feel almost certain. This is how a mental projection quietly becomes an emotional conviction. And once that conviction takes hold, the body responds, even when the evidence is weak. This is why someone can lose an entire day emotionally reacting to something that never actually happens. A difficult conversation imagined all morning. A medical diagnosis imagined after one symptom. A conflict imagined just because someone sounded a little different. Nothing is confirmed, but internally, the stress becomes real because the body doesn't wait for certainty. It reacts to a perceived threat. Many people mistake this for intuition. They say, I just feel like something bad is coming. But sometimes it isn't intuition. Sometimes it's just an anxious, predictive brain generating unfinished scenarios. The difference matters because intuition is usually quiet, overactive. Prediction is repetitive. It returns again and again. The same fear, just in different forms. And often, the mind believes that thinking more will create safety. So it keeps simulating more scenarios, more possible explanations, more imagined outcomes. But this excessive simulation rarely brings clarity. It usually just creates cognitive exhaustion. The brain can't distinguish between preparation and obsession when the repetition becomes constant. There's another hidden mechanism at play. Your brain can prefer familiar discomfort over uncertain calm. If someone has lived for years expecting problems, calm itself can feel suspicious. Silence becomes strange. Stability feels temporary. When life becomes relatively normal, the mind starts scanning for what could go wrong. Not because danger is present, but because vigilance has become a habit. This is why some people feel unable to relax even during good times. The mind remains employed by threats that don't exist yet, and our digital life intensifies this. Today, we consume endless examples of possible disaster, economic collapse, disease, conflict, failure stories, constant comparison. The brain absorbs all of this and quietly increases its anticipatory scanning. More information doesn't always create more control. Sometimes it just creates more mental forecasting. And forecasting without boundaries becomes anxiety. So, how do you interrupt this cycle? First, ask yourself one direct question. What fact exists right now? Not what may happen. Not what could happen. What exists right now? This immediately separates reality from projection. Second, notice whether your mind is solving a problem or just rehearsing a fear. Problem solving leads somewhere. Fear rehearsal just repeats the tension without any conclusion. Third, reduce the false urgency. Many thoughts arrive with an emotional speed that the facts just don't justify. The brain often says, solve this now, even when nothing requires immediate action. And finally, accept that uncertainty is not proof of danger. Most of the future remains undefined. That's normal. A mind that demands certainty creates unnecessary suffering because certainty is rare. Much of adult psychological stability depends on tolerating unfinished outcomes. The important point is this: your brain will continue generating possible futures. That's what it does. But not every future your mind creates deserves your belief. Some are signals, some are habits, some are just old fears wearing new clothes, and many problems disappear long before they ever become real. But only if you stop feeding them before they exist. Thanks for watching. Follow for more insights into how your mind works.